I'm Martine, the artist behind Martine's Fine Art. Recently, Eliona Nicholson finished a nice project of a white feather on a black background. It's a perfect drawing to get used to the system on UART with a brush and pencil painting kit. I thought it would be a great way to introduce these products in a workshop, even for beginners in colored pencil. I discussed it with Eliona and we decided I could make a YouTube of it, so it would be available to everyone. So I think you can grab your supplies and draw along with me. Of course, my feather is slightly different, and when I will make this one again, I will try to do some things even different. First, we will create a dark background. Eliona used a charcoal pencil, but mine kept breaking, so I took a piece of charcoal. It gave the whole project a greyish look in the end. Next time I would take my pan pastels or colored pencils to create a richer black tone by layering a red, blue and black layer. This would take me a couple of minutes longer, but I wouldn't mind. Cover about 3/4 of the whole piece with your dark colors. That can be colored pencils, charcoal or pan pastels, whatever you like. Polychromos blend easy on sanded paper, but if you use a wax-based colored pencil like Prismacolor or Luminance, cover the whole piece of UART first with a thin layer of powder blender. Then you can use a big pan pastel sponge to blend this layer. Next step is to cover the right lower corner with a thin layer of powder blender. And then the titanium white powder can be applied on top of the powder blender. And then you can use the pan pastel tools to create a transition between the two colors. You can add more titanium white powder if you want to, of course. Work on your background till you're completely satisfied. Then spray your background with a textured fixative for about 2 times. Make sure you clean up the nozzle before spraying by soaking it in some warm water and drying it with a tissue. And don't be afraid to spray, cause when you push not hard enough, it tends to spit some more. Let it dry before spraying again. A nice moment to get yourself a drink, clean up the pastel or charcoal mess, or just walk around. When you got a little spitting on the background, don't worry. You can use the used pan pastel sponge to get rid of it by applying a little color. Then you can transfer your feather drawing with white transfer paper to the UART. Usually I use a grid to make my initial drawing on a separate piece of paper, but this time I was really lazy and I used a print of Eliona's drawing. But this drawing is really easy and you can freehand it, of course. Then you can apply titanium white powder on the softer parts of the feather and blend it with a bristle brush. Then take a sharp white colored pencil to draw the rest of the feather. Where you want to have darker spots in the white, you can use a little mounting putty to lift the white powder. The next step is to make a small amount of magical mixture. Take a few drops of touch-up texture and mix it with a small amount of the titanium white powder. You can paint this on the center of the feather and on the highlighted areas. And then your feather is ready. Maybe a few touch-ups here and there. And don't forget to sign it. And don't forget to spray it with the final fixative, of course. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have questions, just post them below or contact me. Happy coloring and have a nice day.